Well, it is the single most important tournament in the sport of fishing. So yeah, we're going to be breaking it down from now until the cows come home. The Academy Sports and Outdoors Bassmaster Classic presented by Hook. And this is Humminbird Unlock the Lake for fantastic Lake Hartwell, the fourth time serving as the site of the Bassmaster Classic.
Every time we've been here, Tommy, to Lake Hartwell, we think maybe it could be the same story, but there's always a different twist, and it's a little bit different every time we come to Anderson, South Carolina, and this year it did not disappoint.
Well, let's take a look at the top four finishers on our Unlock the Lake show here today, starting with fourth place, Justin Hamner, very personable young angler, first classic.
Yeah, we always wonder, there was about 15 or 16 anglers in our 55 angler field that were fishing their first classic, and Tommy, it was kind of tumultuous. Only about 5 of them made the top 25 cut, but Justin Hamner, the best of all of those, finishing fourth this weekend, ever so consistent, 16.5, 16.10, and 16.5. Really just missed that upper echelon bag, that 18 to 20 pound bag that would have got him closer to those top 3 finishers, but Hamner did it his way down near the dam, fishing with live scope.
It's Bass. Come to the back. Oh my God. Come on with it. This ain't over with yet. This ain't over with. Dude, they're everywhere down here. Get some! How about this goal? Huh? Yeah! Come on. Let's get some. Baby.
Totally committed to this dam area all the way through the tournament, catching deep rocks, largemouth deep rocks, and good spots in the morning to solidify his fourth place. A great classic debut for Justin Hamner as we go to a man who has built one of the most sparkling reputations in bass fishing over the last 3 or 4 years, Stetson Blalock.
Oh my gosh. It's a giant. Oh, yeah! That's what we needed right there, baby. That's one of them. Oh, hook just fell right out too.
Starting the final day, Tommy, almost 4 pounds behind, about 3 pounds, 11 ounces behind Kyle Welcher and Jason Christie. He knew he had to make up a gap, and that big 5-pounder right there definitely went a long ways, but he had a second 5-pounder. It's always crucial if you're gonna come from behind on Lake Hartwell. It's hard to make up a big lead unless you have 2 big bites. He did just that, had the biggest bag of the tournament, 20.5 pounds on the final day, really gave a run for the money, and it was basically simultaneously a 3-way tie when they left the water at Hartwell, and he had a really interesting pattern, Tommy. That red crankbait, that simulated the winter to pre-spawn more than the weather conditions we saw, but he made it work because a lot of fish were still in that phase.
Yeah, it was strictly a main lake phenomenon as well. Points on the main lake, he never ventured into the creeks, and had pretty much a lot of faith in this technique. He just wondered if it would hold out for 3 days.
And for him, he caught one on his last cast 1 minute before check-in. We said, could that be the winning fish? But it ended up getting him 3rd place. And as we head over to Kyle Welcher, the guy who finished 2nd, even closer to the win than Stetson Blalock, all 3 guys within 11 ounces. Welcher, what a phenomenal day. Going into the final day, he stuck in the top 3 all events. 2nd after day 1, he stayed tied for 1st and then ended the week in 2nd. He obviously needed just 1 more bite, but he had a good pattern going as well, fishing offshore, out in the abyss, but he also had a marina that he called home early in the morning.
Yeah, a lot of brush piles in that marina, and you know, deep and shallow. He said, I can do it both ways. I'm seeing them everywhere. I'm seeing big ones cruising the bank. I'm convinced I got them coming to me.
And he switched it up on that final day, had 1 fish in his primary area and said, I'm gonna just go fish because this is a great pattern lake, and it worked out for him.
Get in here, baby. Did you see that bite? New water. Give me some. Never seen this place before.
Final day, he got a small limit in early and just kept upgrading and upgrading all day long, throwing that wacky worm into that buckbrush for a lot of the time.
Yeah, and when he got to these docks in the afternoon, I remember on the Bassmaster Live set, we were wondering, Stetson Blalock was making his move. Luke Palmer was catching some good ones. Justin Hamner as well. We were really waiting for Christie or Welcher to fire one across the bow, and he caught multiple fish in short order on this stretch of docks. And that's one thing that's great. You can delete all your waypoints off your draft and just go fishing at Lake Hartwell, and good things can happen like right here.
Freaking giant one. Oh my God, stay on. Oh my gosh. Stay on, please. Don't you do that. I can't wait to get my hands on you. Woo! Dude, I seen it sitting there and I was like, is that a stick? A stick that bites? Woo, dude, that was freaking sick. I love sight fishing more than anything in the world. And I seen it sitting up there, and as soon as it hit the water, it went. And it was a freaking big one. I mean, as soon as it hit the water, he was like, I'll take that. That was sick. Woo, dude. Gosh, dude, are you kidding me? Woo, give me some, dude. Yes, baby.
Well, his limit of 17 pounds, 4 ounces was wheeled around that 4-pounder. He had a great quote. He said, final day, you could catch 14, you might win, but also I could catch 17 or 18 and get annihilated by 3 or 4 other guys.
And he only had one guy who annihilated him, so to say, on this final day, and that was Jason Christie, and he had a rock-solid pattern as well. I was very curious to see how he would go from losing the Classic in 2018, just coming up a fish short on the final day, how he would adjust. What a rock-solid spinning rod pattern early, but it was a little different that final morning.
All these leaves and stuff floating on the water. Kind of hard to get a good cast in. I don't have any idea. Come here. Got you. We will start the classic like that. God, they can't even talk.
First 2 days deep and shallow, that deep 15 to 30 foot drain there really gave him a head start on the first 2 days. The last day, well, there'd been hundreds of fish there. He said they had vanished. They had taken the bus out of town, so boat docks was on the menu after that.
That's the intriguing thing with spotted bass and blueback herring lakes. Those fish can be there for 5, 6, 7 days in a row, and they'll be gone the next day for no reason. Sometimes they're there for an hour, Tommy, and then they're gone for no reason. For Jason Christie, though, he said, leaving the dock that final morning, I deleted all my waypoints. I know what kind of dock I need to go fish, and I know that they're going to be on those walkways, so I don't need to waste my time fishing all of the dock. I need to fish the high percentage areas. And Christie making a move. Hey, if he's only going to catch one from his starting area, it needs to be a good one, and that's what it was. A good one for him, and it allowed him to fish slow and methodical the rest of the day.
Funny, you notice how clear that water is around those docks, and most people would say, hey, don't you want something with a little more color in it to give you an advantage? He said, no, I want the advantage of being away from all the people who think that.
And one thing that was interesting was with his jig, it's a little bit heavier than most guys would fish. When Jason Christie would pitch that to the dock, the fish in those clear water, they had nothing but an ambush point. They had to react, and that's why he got those bites that he did.
Well, congratulations to Jason Christie, your winner of the Academy Sports and Outdoors Bassmaster Classic, presented by Hook.